Hello. Hold on a sec. You can still hear the music, but not too loud. There we go. Hi. How is it going? How is it hanging? Oh god, no. It's melted. Sad face. You guys are doing great today. Oh god. I'm doing fantastic. I got a little tiny cup of ice cream. Because why not? The doggo is here. She's just, right directly behind me. Like, directly. Like, you can't even see. She's staring at me. There she is. There's the puppo. Cookies and cream ice cream. Bit weird. Aw. Yeah, she's just chilling. Hey yo, what's up? How's it going? I hope my chat thingy is working. There you go. Finally getting over the stomach flu? That's good to hear. Oof. I'm gonna eat this ice cream real quick and chat it up for a bit, and then we'll get right into the personality test along with knitting. Yeah, I'm like that too. I hate calling off. Absolutely hate it. With a passion. It was melting, so I had to, like, drink it, basically. So I just wanted to stare into your soul while I drink my melted ice cream. Sorry. You're having Italian ice. Nice. I wasn't trying to do that, I'm sorry. I really wasn't trying to, make a pun there. It just happens, man. I can't fight it. Ah! Okay. So, we have caught up officially with the temperature blanket. Again, I'm gonna have to, like, adjust the camera and whatnot to show. Oh no. Hang on, I forgot to fucking snip it. Snip, snip. There. And then I gotta tie it, and then I can show off the progresso. Not the soup. we go. There we are. Ah. Ah! Heavy. Okay, I'm unplugging this. Get off my face. Chair out of my way.
Excuse me, Revy. Excuse me, doggo. Excuse me, Popo. Excuse me. Excuse me.
This is the blanket. It's touching the floor. This is the blanket. Revy's saying hello. Yeah. Hey, look at this bad boy, huh? The blanket. It's a full-on blanket at this point. No. She's like, no, don't do that. Yeah, blanket. Blankie. That was the chair. Let me adjust myself back. There we go. But yeah. This is what we've accomplished. This is this blue stripe here. That's Sunday. April 9th. 10th. April 10th. This is April 10th, the blue stripe. So we are working on yesterday's and today's color. I gotta hide my fat. There we go. Oh. So the regular blanket that I got from the gas station can simply fuck off. There we go. Alright. Because now I have an actual blanket to cover my legs that I'm currently working on. So. No, Revy, you can't have my brownie. Alright, so. Before we get into the starting the color and working on the personality test, we got Pearl Knit Pearl. It's Pearl Knit Pearl Day. The temperature for April 11th was 52 degrees. Yesterday was an average of 52 degrees. So the color, I should probably change the way these are. Day being the top, temperature being underneath, color, then pattern. So the color is plum. So that's what we're working on today. And also, I was like, what's happening? So, boom. Can I lower it just a little bit? There we go. Wow, thank you, Fitbit. Hi! Hi, Sam. How's it going? I just showed off the blanket. I just was showing off how long it was. I don't want to get back up. I'm sorry. We're turking. Yep. That's the word I was saying. Yeah, you guys probably can't see your text. It's probably going to be very bright and it's going to blend in with the background. But that's okay. You guys are just going to see your names pop up. It's fine. Was okay? It's going good? Was okay? What do you mean? What's going on? Are you okay? Yeah. So, we're working on Plum. It's a Pearl Knit Pearl. Leaving room when you showed it. Oh, gotcha. Oh, you were leaving the room when okay. Gotcha. I understand now. Okay. So we've got plum. Alright. So we'll start off first and then we'll get into the personality, not personal, get into the personality quiz. So you did a thing last night? Ooh. Oh. What'd you do? Three, 4, 5. Went to end and killed the... Went to the end and killed the dragon. Oh, an Elden Ring or? Wait, huh? Hold on a sec. Didn't decide to stream until today. You streamed today? And I missed it! Meh. Oh, you were playing Minecraft. Nice. Missed the live stream, I'm so upset. I'm upset. Was it fun? Stopped minutes before you got on. Dang it! What the heck, man? I gotta pay more attention to that. That's some bullshit that I didn't know. How did I not know? Bogus. Can you guys not hear me? What's going on? Oh, you know what? You guys can hear me. This thing is just being dumb. Hold on. There we go. I was prepping for the water guardians before I stopped to make food. Get back on in a bit. Okay. I will watch. Okay. So I've started knitting, so we can go ahead and start this personality test, huh? Mondays and Tuesdays are my stream gaming craft days. Nice. Mondays and Tuesdays. Write that down! Write that down! Noted. Alright. You regularly make new friends. Define regularly. Define regularly. Like an everyday occurrence. I'm gonna leave that neutral. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. The slowest days with making those my off days. Weekly. Oh, regularly? That's how you would define regularly? Do I weekly make new friends? Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave that at neutral. Uber. Oh, that's what you meant. The slowest days with Uber. So I'm making those my off days. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I was like confused as to what you were trying to say. You spend a lot of your time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Do I spend a lot of my... I want to say agree, but not strongly agree. I'm gonna put this. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Well. What free time? Exactly. Exactly. Yes. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Another strongly agree. That is definitely me. Usually stay calm, even under a lot of pressure. No. I don't strongly disagree. I do know to, like, stay calm about a few things. But even under a lot of pressure, I'm like... I want to cry. I'm dying. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Next. I don't know what calm is. I'm like flying through these. I'm sorry. Also, there's a delay, so that's probably why. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Do I prefer that? No. I'm gonna disagree with that. You're very sentimental. Yes. You're like, no, I don't know what calm is. What is that? You're okay? Oh, cause I, you know. I'm cold, so I'm thinking about taking my hair out of this ponytail. Cause, you know, my thick hair will hold all the heat. Let the hair out. Let the craziness out. Oof. Boom. Boom. Oh, now that... Just a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. I get organized for like an hour. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Yes. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. That is... I don't want to admit to this, but it's true. It's very true. Every time even like the smallest mistake that I make, I'm like, fuck! There's proof enough on my streams. Like yesterday, for example. I'm like, I'm being dumb about this, and people are like, no, it's okay, it's fine. And I'm like, no, it's not! You feel comfortable just walking up to someone to find interesting and striking up a conversation? Disagree. Can't just randomly walk up to somebody and start a conversation with them I don't know. As much as I would love to have interesting conversations with people that I think are cool, I'm like, I'm probably gonna look like that weird person that they don't really want to talk to, and I'm not trying to embarrass myself, so I just don't say anything. I don't approach people. I let them approach me. And I'm not doing that as like a, depends on the mood. I'm not saying that as like I need to be approached. They don't deserve me to approach them. That's not how I'm saying that. I'm saying that as like I'm too anxious to approach people. So I'll let them do it. I'll try to make it as obvious as I can that I'm okay with talking to them. Like, I'm excited that they're gonna walk up to me and talk to me. Like, oh. And I, like, smile at them. But the moment, you know, I can't just randomly walk up to someone that I don't usually talk to and go, so, the new Spider-Man movie, huh? And then they just look at me like... And I'm like, alright, I'm gonna find the nearest cliff and jump. No. You're not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. You're not too interested in discussing it? I mean, it's neutral. I mean, I'm not... It's kind of like 50-50, you know? I'm not in the mood for any conversation if I'm not in the mood. So, it doesn't really matter what topic it is. Kind of. Sort of. I don't really know. You kind of just have to, like, test the waters out, but, like, do it very, like, vaguely, you know? Don't just go full on talking about politics. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna stop you right there. No. No. You're more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Like, act rationally instead of acting based on your emotions? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I'm more inclined to act rationally. I try to react rationally. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particularly daily routine. It depends. Oh wait, does it depend? Not really. I usually do prefer just doing what I feel like. Unless it has to do with work. Obviously, I'm gonna just do what they tell me to do, but usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. See, like, I want to make a daily routine for myself, but it never works out. So because of this reason, because I end up not being in the mood to do certain things. Gotta love depression, man. So like, for example, I used to make a daily routine to work and then right as soon as I get off work, come home, change, and go to the gym. And work out for an hour and then come back home. And I would feel real good about it. Like, I felt so good about it. And then depression hit me. I got sick. And it was like, nope. And I have yet to go back to the gym. And now I'm fat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding about the fat part. I'm kidding about the fat part. Or am I? Please don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me. It only lasts about a week, then something messes it up. Yeah. So that's like a perfect example. Like I felt good about going to the gym and planning that and following that schedule, and then like I got sick, and then I was like, and then I realized that the stuff that I was doing to go to the gym, it was to tone my body, for one. And two, I was kind of like hoping to lose a few pounds, and I realized that I'm at a healthy weight. It's just my weight fluctuates a lot. And you know, the power of being a woman, you bloat a lot. Like a lot. Like one day you're like 186 pounds and it's fine, you look good. Another day you're the same weight but you look like you're like in your first trimester. Like what the fuck? So it's like it's annoying. It's quite annoying. So that's another reason why I was like, you know what? Do I even need to go to the gym? No. The answer is no. I don't. Plus, I already do a lot of lifting at the job I currently am at, so I'm like, I really don't need to go to the gym now. Like today, for example. 14,000 steps. 14,486 steps. I burnt 3,200 calories today. Did I gain them back by eating dinner? Probably. I had some chicken. That's good protein. So like, you know, anytime, then I end up like just doing what makes me feel happy, rather than focusing on my weight. Because if I focus on my weight too much, like it's good to focus on my weight if I feel like, damn, I'm really bloated. Like, I need to do something, right? Like today, like I'm like, oh, I feel so fat. And I'm like, I guarantee you, give it about 2 weeks of me just living my life. Going to work, coming home, eating, you know, yada yada. I'll be fine. I won't feel fat anymore. So I'm just like, oh. I was just bloated. So, to answer this, it's yes. I usually prefer just doing what I feel like at any given moment, instead of planning a particular routine. Because if I do, it ends up going down the drain anyway. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on the people you meet. I always worry. I always worry. Even the people that I know for a few months now, I'm still like, I don't embarrass yourself in front of these people. You don't know. I just go straight panic if I embarrass myself too much. You enjoy participating in group activities. I'm gonna go with agree, but like the small dot of agree. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Actually, yeah, I like those. That's not the only kind of movie or book that I read or watch. But, you know, it's good to get the gears running. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. I want to say it's neutral. It's neutral. I'm gonna put a small thing of disagree. Like, I slightly disagree. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Honestly, yes. Yes. But not strongly. I didn't change my thing. Oh, you know what? Whatever. I don't feel like fixing my title. I don't feel like fixing it. I didn't put that I was doing a personality exam again. Oh well. I'll put agree. You are prone to worrying that things will turn for the worse. Yes. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Slightly agree. Like I mean I'll be the leader if no one else will. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not immediately gonna raise my hand like, okay, I'll be in charge. No. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. Strongly disagree. Strongly disagree. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. If they thought rationally instead of acting on their own emotions, do I think the world would be a better place? Hopefully this doesn't piss anyone off. It's not, I don't strongly agree with that. Or do I? I gotta think about it. I gotta let it simmer. Gotta let it simmer. Simmer in my brain. If people relied more on rationality instead of their feelings. I agree, but don't strongly agree. But I feel like there are some circumstances where I kind of can't help but act based off of emotion. I don't know. That's a very, like, maybe, like, philosophical question a little bit. It's one of those questions that can really, like, it's a great conversation starter, I will say that. But, so yeah, I agree, but I don't strongly agree. Because I do think that there are some circumstances where relying on your feelings instead of rationality probably for the best sometimes. I can't think of an example. Of course not. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Is that even up for debate? Strongly agree. Because the moment I sit down, I'm not getting back up. My body just reacts that way. The moment I sit down on the chair, the moment I sit down on the couch, it's over with. It's fucking over with. You enjoy watching people argue? Excuse me? The fuck kind of question is this? I don't like watching people argue. Like, banter is different from arguing. Like, full-on arguing. I hate it. I hate being around it. The reason for my tumble back in Wisconsin. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. I wanted to see that fight going on outside. And that's exactly why I just sat there at the table, because I'm like, I don't care what they're doing out there. But the picture, the image, I can't. I just saw an arm reach out and then just whoosh. Okay, I can't. Tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. I strongly agree. Your mood can change very quickly. Strongly agree. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. I disagree, but don't strongly disagree. Meanie, I'm sorry. But yeah, I disagree with the last one. This one up here. Lose patience with people. Because I give them a chance at least. I give them a chance. I don't just immediately go, ugh. You know what I'm saying? I give them a chance at least. Otherwise, after a while, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Then I lose my patience. But it's not like right off the bat. So I don't strongly disagree that I don't lose my patience. I just don't lose my patience immediately. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. No. I'm not saying that to like make myself look good. I literally hate doing things last minute. So if I could do that earlier, I'm gonna do it. A perfect example, paying my bills. My bill won't be due till the end of the month, and it'll email me that it's ready at the beginning of the month. That bitch is getting paid immediately. So I don't have to worry about it. It's out of sight, out of mind, paid for. So yeah, I don't end up doing things at the last minute. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. I'm a very high patience level, but once you push me past that level, oh boy, you're done messed up. You done fucked up. You done goofed. If I don't respond fast, I'm still here just attempting to find these water guardians. It's okay, Sam. It's okay. I'm not... I agree, but don't strongly agree. I haven't been fascinated. Keep it mutual. Neutral. I see mutual. I keep saying mutual, but I mean neutral. I haven't been fascinated with it, but it does pop up in my brain from time to time. What does happen after death? Automatically thought about what? Money Mutual? I'm weak. Liberty Mutual. Liberty, liberty, liberty. Halfway, we're halfway. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Depends on my mood, honestly. Usually prefer to be around others. It's neutral. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. No. It's a middle disagree. Like, if it gets, like, chaotically theoretical, then I'm like... But highly theoretical, it's like... I don't lose interest. Or become bored. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. You find it easy to sympathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. I'm gonna be like mid-agree. Usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. No. I hate when the decision is like stuck on my head for so long that I literally can't physically do anything else besides think about it. I'd rather figure out what the fuck I'm about to do. Otherwise, it's gonna fucking eat away at me and it's gonna bother the shit out of me. You rarely second guess the choices that you made. I second guess myself regularly on a daily basis. But on certain choices that I've made in my life, I don't second guess about them. So I put mid disagree. Because I always second guess myself, just not every single choice I've made. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Again, neutral. Depends on my mood. You enjoy going to art museums? Yes. Does that mean I go to them all the time? No. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. No. You like to have a to-do list for each day. No. I mean, I don't consider what I regularly do every day, like, get up, brush your teeth, turn your car on, pack your lunch, make your bagel, toast it. Not make the bagel, but like toast the bagel, put butter on it, wrap it up in paper towels, that way it stays warm as you drive to Dunkin' Donuts. You know, I don't take that as a to-do list. It's all subconscious now. I just do it. You rarely feel insecure. Insecure. Disagree. I'm always, well, not always. I feel insecure about a few things. Mostly my physical appearance, but I'm not constantly insecure about literally everything in my life, so I'm putting middle. Mid disagree. You avoid making phone calls. I feel pretty sorry for the next guy that looks at me funny. What about that guy? My cell phone ringing? Yeah, that's me. That is me. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I don't spend a lot of my time trying to understand views. It's just, for me, it's pretty easy to understand that everyone has a different opinion on a certain topic, which is why I like having said conversations with people, because I like to know different people's perspectives on certain topics. And so no, I don't spend a lot of time trying to understand. No, I don't. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. No, I'm not. I honestly, because see, that's the thing. With my friend circles that I have, if I'm the one always initiating stuff, I eventually just stop. Going back to that question of, oh, you rarely feel insecure. This is one of those things where I get insecure. Or I get too in my head about things. Where I'm like, I'm the only one initiating hanging out. Therefore, I'm kind of feeling like they don't want to hang out. Because if they wanted to, they would also say something. But the fact that they're waiting for me to say something, after how many months of me initiating? Like, it should be clear by now that I'm willing to hang out, you know? So I'm not one that likes initiating activities every single time. Am I often that person? Honestly, with the way my social circles are in right now, no. We'll all equally initiate activities. So it's a disagree for me. But that is how I used to be, back in high school. That's how I used to. I used to always try and initiate hanging out with people outside of school, and I used to always be the one to like. Not even like, but I'm not talking about like a little bit after high school. I'm talking about just in high school in general, like before I graduated, like trying to hang out with people in my class that I considered my friends. Trying to hang out with them outside of school was always like a thing that I had to initiate otherwise. And then after a while I just stopped, because I was like, clearly they're not interested in hanging out, because then they would have been the initiation would be mutual. So, but yeah, the way that I am now, because I know how much I hate initiating everything every single time, I don't initiate as much. I do it once or twice, but if I notice I'm doing it too much, I'm the only one initiating stuff, I stop. That doesn't mean I stop talking to them. I just stop initiating hangout times, or, you know, I stop initiating like an idea. I just, you know, let them do it. And then if they don't, then, you know, we just stop hanging out. And not on bad terms. It's just, you know, we got lives, and I got tired of initiating all the time. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Sometimes I wish some of these questions would have an example. It's getting toasty. I was cold, now I'm hot. The fuck? I turned the fan towards me. I'm gonna slightly disagree. Cause I don't try to get back on track as soon as possible. I try to get back on track eventually. But you know, I understand that your plans, you're being mine. I'm talking like in third person. If I got it, like, I tend to understand a lot that, like, your plan doesn't always end up exactly how you planned it. Your expectations are not usually met. So, I expect my plans to get interrupted. So I kind of just prepare ahead of time. That way I don't have to try and get back on track ASAP. You are still bothered by mistakes that you've made a long time ago.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller.
Jesus Christ, dude. Thank you. The video he was watching, he wasn't expecting that much bass. Yeah, I am. I'm still bothered by mistakes that I made a long time ago. It's not like... I'm more like... You're an idiot. To myself. Or like, not that you're an idiot, but like, I wish you would have known the consequences. So yeah, I do think on that, and I do dwell on it every now and then. Usually when I'm off work. Usually when I'm like, I have a day to like literally be by myself and let my brain actually be alone in its thoughts, which is what I try not to do because I know that happens a lot. When I finally let my brain bring up old shit that bothers me, I'm like, I don't want to feel sad today. But then other days I'm like, I gotta let my brain do its thing. And I'm sad for a while, and then I take a deep breath, and I move on. I literally have a sign somewhere. I think it's above my, it's on my TV stand. It says, inhale the future, exhale the past. And I basically have a few messages lying around the house that have similar things. Similar messages like that around the house. And they help. They help me. When I'm in a flunky mood, it helps. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Yeah, I rarely do that. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Disagree. Sometimes, yeah, they do. But not all the time, so. Like, very, very occasionally, my emotions will control me more than I usually take control, but that's why I put not strongly disagree, because there are moments that I can't control it. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault. So basically, I try to make sure that... No, I don't. Not strongly disagree, because I do try to not make people look bad, like in public, but not even when it's completely their fault. Like, if they fucked up and they're probably well aware that they sound like a dick, I'm not defending you. So I disagree slightly. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. My personal work style? I mean, kind of. I agree, but not strongly. Not mid or strongly. I slightly agree, because it's not like the burst of energy is gone and I'm literally standing there doing nothing. Like, I'm still gonna do my job. I'm probably just gonna do it a little bit more slower because I'm out of energy and I'm tired and I'm getting, like, physically exhausted, and I can feel... You ever get that feeling like you can feel your face go pale? That's what I mean. Like, I can start to sense that I'm gonna get pale soon, so I kind of slow down a bit. Take a breather. Have some water. I say as I have Mountain Dew sitting next to me on my desk. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still do my job, but it's not like, I just do it a little bit slower when I run out of energy. Guessing my music is playing. Why can't I hear anything? Oh! That was just me. I think that was my headset just going. I'm not picking that up. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take for them to feel disappointed in you. Bruh. That's funny. That's real funny. I do tend to think like, wow, I wonder how long it's gonna take before they're like, damn, dude. You really are a piece of shit. I'm just kidding. But like, I am like, I wonder how long it'll take before they get to know me, and then they go, holy shit, dude. And I'm like, yeah. Don't think really high of me now, do ya? Yeah, so I agree, but not strongly. I don't immediately think that. I think that after a while, that I'm like, I think my favorite song is about to play. Maybe. Yay! The song makes me think of Minecraft. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I slightly agree. No, actually, it's neutral. It's neutral. I agree. Slightly agree. I slightly agree. Be alone most of the time? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can get around that, actually. Most of the time. That doesn't mean you're alone the entire time of your shift. Just means most of the time you're by yourself. You're on your own. You believe that pondering abstract Philosophical questions is a waste of time. No, I don't think they're a waste of time. Slightly disagree. It just depends on when they're trying to have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm at work, for example, and then you just come up to me knowing that we're supposed to be busting our ass at the moment working. Like we're busy and you walk up to me, you stop doing your job to come talk to me about this. I'm like, bro, it's not the time for this. Let's do this after we clock out, huh? You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. Strongly disagree. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. I read the room more than I just randomly. I read the room. If I get the vibe when I approach you that you're not in the mood, I immediately go, hi, everything good? And you go, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. Okay. I'll leave you alone. I'm not saying that as like a bad way. I'm not trying to guilt trip you. I'm literally telling you, I'll leave you alone. I'll give you your space. I'm here if you need to talk. If you need someone to just fucking listen, I'm here. And then I walk away. Give you your space. Respect. You often feel overwhelmed. Just kidding. It's neutral. You can actually no, it's a slightly disagree. I don't feel overwhelmed as much as people would think I would feel overwhelmed because I work full time and then I stream 4 days a week. So it's like not only do I work a 9-hour shift, not including my lunch break because it's not paid. I've been going into work an hour early, so I'm actually working a 9-hour shift. I work 9-hour shifts 5 days a week, come home, and I stream for 2 hours for 4 days. I don't feel overwhelmed by that, which is fucking nice. I was hoping I wouldn't. I did not. That was the last thing I wanted to do, because I wanted this to be an outlet for me to relax and chill, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I don't feel overwhelmed by doing this, which is nice. Nice. I am really sweating. I have to put my hair up again. This sucks. I wish my tolerance would just work with me. Oh god. Ugh. Alright. Oof. Okay. I think it's also the blanket. I think it's also the blanket. It's like super warm. And it's on my legs. I can breathe. Holy shit, it is the blanket. God. Ugh. Why is it so hot? Oof. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Yes. Yes, I do. Not all the time, but I do. For, like, general stuff, yes. Excuse me. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Neutral. Actually, yeah. It's like a mid agree. Once it gets toxic, I don't like talking about it. Once it gets toxic, I don't want to talk about it. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. I'm gonna slightly disagree with that. Because thinking of a situation, right? If you think, hypothetically speaking, someone else out there may be at yours. So, for example, I have the opportunity to get hired in, or they could hire someone else in. But I don't know who that other person is. I don't know them personally, you know. So I wouldn't pass along the opportunity of getting hired in if I feel like I deserved it. Like, I busted my ass for this job. They busted their ass too, but said job noticed me more. Does it suck? Yes. Do I wish we could all get hired in? Yes. Am I gonna pass on it because I know that the other people won't get hired in? No. Does that make me a shitty person? Am I a bad person for that? What do you guys think? I don't think that makes me a shitty person. I don't think that makes me a shitty person. Do I feel bad because, you know, said people that I may or may not know don't get hired in, but I do? Yes. I wish they could get hired in too. That doesn't mean I'm gonna decline the offer because I know they're not going to get hired in. Because at the same time, realistically speaking, for me, I've been busting my ass to get a job that pays good and, you know, to be where I'm like in a good spot financially. I busted my ass to try and get a job that does that. So when I have the opportunity to get that job, I'm not gonna turn it down. Whether I know the other people that are in the runner-up or not. I'm gonna take it. That might make me look like a shitty person, but I'm sorry. You struggle with deadlines. Nah. Also, I put that at like a small disagree. So I'm not like strongly disagree, like, no, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a slightly disagree. Because if it's not like, not using the example of my job, right? Say you're at a concert and there's a rally and they get 2 tickets mixed up, but they only say, there's 2 tickets, I'm gonna read both of them off. One of you has to respond to it. The one that responds faster can come up stage with me. Right? I'd probably pass if my ticket was chosen. I would let that other person take it. Because I feel like they'd probably want to get... My lips are like doing this weird thing. It's annoying. Not because like I don't want to go on stage, but because it's like, you know, obviously they applied for the raffle as well, so they probably definitely want to go on stage way more than I would want to. I just wanted to see if it was a possibility that I would get chosen, and I did. So that's another opportunity that I would pass if I thought someone needed it more. But I slightly disagree because if it's like under the circumstance as a job, like making a living, then yeah, I'm not gonna pass it up. But if it's like something like going to a Billie Eilish concert and I have the opportunity to go on stage with her, but someone else has the equal opportunity, I'm gonna give that other person that equal opportunity instead of me taking it. I don't know. Maybe that makes me less of an asshole now that I've explained myself better. How will that determine my avatar? You struggle with deadlines? No, not really. Not really, but there are some times where I do. You feel confident in that things will work out for you. Slightly disagree. Don't you tell me to log in. Oh my. I'm an advocate. My personality type is advocate. I'm feeling tension in my yarn. Probably because I'm sweating. I am an INFJT. I'll read the profile in a minute. So, my mind is at 80% introverted. I think that's very true. Let me move myself. Hold on. Let me move myself over here. There we go. So, I'm introverted, which I think is very true. This trait shows how we direct our mental energy. Intuitive or observant. I'm 56% intuitive. My nature, this trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. I'm 63% feeling. My tactics, this trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. Judging, 61%. Identity, this trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. Turbulent, 76%. Why is this faded? No. Okay. Oh my god. Let me move myself again. Move myself over here. Yeah. That should be fine. Wait, yeah, what is the difference? While assertive and turbulent advocates are likely to be more alike than different, I'm a turbulent advocate and an assertive. So while assertive and turbulent are likely to be more alike than different, their identity personality trait provides some nuanced dissimilarities between the two. It impacts the way each thinks, acts, and responds to their worlds to a significant extent. Assertive advocates are more likely to be confident and relaxed. Turbulent advocates are likely to question themselves more and are ordinarily more sensitive to stressors. To discover about their general differences between them, please visit their overview page. Okay. Good deal. treat people as if they want... Treat people as if they were... I can't read. Treat people as if they were what they ought to be, and you help them to become what they are capable of being. My forehead's itchy. Okay. One paragraph at a time. We got a lot to read. And this will help, so I can continue knitting and I can just read. Advocates, INFJs, may be the rarest personality type of all, but they certainly leave their mark on the world. Idealistic and principled, they aren't content to coast through life. They want to stand up and make a difference. For advocate personalities, success doesn't come from money or status, but from seeking fulfillment, helping others, and being a force for good in the world. Okay. You smart. No. Sorry, I watched too much Catfish over the weekend. You smart. While they have lofty goals and ambitions, advocates shouldn't be mistaken for idle dreamers. I like that. People with this personality type care about integrity, and they're rarely satisfied until they've done what they know to be right. Conscientious to the core, they move through life with a clear sense of their values, and they aim never to lose sight of what truly matters, not according to other people or society at large, but according to their own wisdom and intuition. Okay. It's making me sound real good right now. And it's my favorite color. Green. Anyway. Seeking purpose. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. You guys can read it. Seeking purpose. Perhaps their personality type is so uncommon, advocates tend to carry around a sense, whether conscious or not, of being different from most people. With their rich inner lives and their deep, abiding desire to find their life purpose, they don't always fit in with those around them. Why do I feel like this is, like, accurate? Because excuse me, that was my chair. Because there are some, like, quizzes out there that's like, ooh, I'm gonna tell how your personality is, and then it's, like, a huge miss, and I'm like... Can you imagine if I put that as a tag? Like, what kind of personality I am? INFJT. I'll write that down. INFJT. Right? That's what I am, right? INFJT, yeah. Oh god. There you go. They don't always fit in with those around them. This isn't easy to say, or this isn't to say that advocates can't enjoy social acceptance or close relationships, only that they sometimes feel misunderstood or at odds with the world. Wow. Oh wow. Fortunately, this sense of being out of step doesn't diminish advocates' commitment to making the world a better place. Advocates are troubled by injustice, and they typically care more about the altruism than personal gain. Fuck yeah. They often feel called to use their strengths, including creativity, imagination, and sensitivity, to uplift others and spread compassion. Okay. Nothing lights up advocates like changing someone else's life for the better. Okay, okay. Many advocates can't word. Many advocates see helping others as their mission in life, and they're always looking for ways to step in and speak up for what is right. People with this personality type also aspire to fix society's deeper problems in the hope that unfairness and hardship can become things of the past. At times, however, advocates may focus so intently on their ideals that they don't take adequate care of themselves, a pattern that can lead to stress and burnout. The earphones are my way. I can't pull my hair back behind my ear because I had headphones on. That's awkward. Connecting with others and themselves. Advocates may be introverted, but they value deep, authentic relationships with others. Few things bring these personalities as much joy as truly knowing another person and being known in return. Advocates enjoy meaningful conversations far more than small talk, and they tend to communicate in a way that is warm and sensitive. Oh wait, that didn't. There we go. This emotional honesty and insight can make a powerful impression on the people around them. Nice. A few close relationships, provided that they're genuine, can fill advocates' hearts to the brim. Nice. I'm gonna keep saying that. Thoughtful and compassionate. I'm gonna read off of OBS, even though I can read off of this, but that way I can see what you guys see. You know what? Honestly, can I move myself again? Hold on. I can move myself down here. That works. That's bothering me. There we go. A few close relationships. Yeah, I just read that. Thoughtful and compassionate, advocates pour a great deal of energy and care into their relationships. That doesn't mean that they always feel appreciated in return. Oh shit. Okay. You know what? I don't like the fact that I got called out. Advocates tend to act with great thought and care, and it can frustrate them when other people don't recognize their good intentions. As a result, even constructive criticism may feel incredibly personal or hurtful to these persons. Yikes. I'm kidding. I mean, I agree, but I also disagree with that. Oh, it may feel incredibly personal. I don't take it personally. If they initially go, if I take it as constructive criticism, then yeah. But sometimes criticism is not always constructive. Not every criticism is constructive. Not everyone is there to help you. That's how I see people. That's how I see things. Not everyone out there is trying to help you. Some people just want to fucking see your world crumble at your feet. They want to see it. So, I take that with a grain of salt. What am I doing? There we go. I don't know why I was trying to like... Alright. A personal mission. Hi! How's it going? We did a personality test, and we're working on yesterday's color. I'm just about done with the day, with yesterday's, and then we'll work on today's color. But yeah, I took a personality quiz, and this one tells me that I am I'm an advocate personality. I am an INFJT. So I'm reading it. I'm reading about it. Hope everything is well with you, Emmy. So far, it seems pretty accurate. I like this quiz a lot more than the one I did last week. A personal mission. Many advocates feel that their life has a unique purpose. A mission that they were put onto this earth to fulfill. For people with this personality type, one of the most rewarding aspects of life is seeking out this purpose, and then once they found it, striving to do it justice. When advocates encounter inequity or unfairness, they rarely give up. Instead, they consult their intuition and their compassion to find a solution. With their innate ability, is that, how do you pronounce that? How do you pronounce that word? Innate ability? Whatever. With their ability to balance the heart with the head, advocates are hardwired to right the wrongs of the world, no matter how big or small. These personalities just need to remember that while they're busy taking care of everyone else, they need to pause sometimes and take care of themselves as well. Yeah, well, that last sentence is definitely accurate. Real quick though, since we are finished with April 11th, we are done with April 11th. So, it was purple. So now, we are working on today's color. Isn't this great? We're so ahead that we're working on the actual today's average color, average temperature. April 12th, today. This is amazing. I love this feeling. So it's been a long time coming. We've been trying to catch up since I started knitting this blanket. The average temperature today was 66 degrees. It was pretty warm, pretty toasty compared to last week. Yeah, compared to most of last week. And we've got a new color. Deep Forest. Oh god. No. There we go. Let's move it down a bit. Oh god. There we go. And the pattern, my favorite, knit, purl, knit. Nice. So, the new color, Forest. Deep Forest. Darker green. Darker than the green here. See how much darker that is? I've just spent 2 hours listening to Kerbal fanfic on Starstream on top of 4 hours of skimming reading fanfic to pick some out for his stream, something I never wanted to have to do. That's really funny. I am so sorry that you had to do that. Yeah, this is a darker green compared to that green. Look at that. Nice. We're gonna do this one. I'm very toasty. I have a fan on me. Ah. Goodbye, purple. I think people had fun though, so I guess it was fine. I'm glad that they had fun. And ooh, new color. Yes. I'm super excited. It's definitely getting to that time of year where things are gonna get warmer. So we're gonna see a lot more darker colors. We're not gonna see this bright. We're getting darker. I love it. I gotta find a way to like work on this blanket without it touching my legs, because let me tell you, this thing holds some heat. This is a perfect watch movies in the middle of winter kind of blanket. Because let me tell you, it'll warm you up. It'll definitely do the job as far as warming you up. Alright. And we take the sleeve off. Get off. There we go. And then... Alright. Where do I put you? You know what? Fuck it. I'll put it right next to you. Right next to myself. You guys won't be able to see the color. It's gonna blend in with my shirt. It's literally the same color as my tank top. What? What? It's literally the same exact color as my tank top. Bruh. Didn't even notice until now. Until I saw on the camera that it was literally like blending in with my shirt. Wow. Alright. Wink. One, two. The movies and enjoy having a movie blanket, although my cat usually steals them. Let me tell you, you don't have to worry about your temperature blanket getting stolen. The blanket would be too big. Simply too big to get stolen. What is going on here? Oh no. It fell off. Hold on. I'm coming back for you. I gotta fix it. Come back here. Get back here. Slipped off. And you. Back over here. Oop. And then just simply put you back. There we go. Crisis has been averted. Let's try that again. Let's give myself a longer tail so it doesn't happen again. Two, three, four, and five. Okay. Then simply just tie these two together. There we go. Oof. All right. Alrighty. Let's continue with reading. Why not? Okay, we were going to strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have to click on it? Oh, okay. What am I doing? Let's just put myself in the corner. I'm in trouble. Now that looks dumb. I wish this thing would just pick itself. There we go. There we go. Alright. Strengths and weaknesses. Creative. Advocates aren't exactly like everyone else, and that's a wonderful thing. People with this personality type embrace their creative side, always on the lookout for opportunities to express themselves and think outside the box. Okay. Insightful. These personalities know all too well that appearances can be misleading. Advocates strive to move beyond superficiality and seek out the deeper truths in life. This can give them an almost uncanny ability to understand people's true motivations, feelings, and needs. Okay. Principled. Advocates tend to have strong beliefs and values, particularly when it comes to matters of ethics. Oh, very true. I feel like when advocates talk about topics close to their heart, their conviction and heartfelt idealism can inspire and persuade even the sternest of skeptics. If I had that amount of confidence to do that, then yes, I believe I could. Passionate. Okay, let me scroll down a bit. Oh, these are my strengths. These are just strengths. We're not even in the weaknesses yet. Oh boy. Passionate. Advocates crave a sense of purpose in life. Rather than living on autopilot or sticking to the status quo, they want to chase after their ideals. This isn't a personality type that shies away from big dreams. In fact, advocates are energized and impassioned by the beauty of their visions for the future. I can see that, because, you know, there's like, when you tell some people like, oh, I'm live streaming and, you know, I could potentially get paid for it. Not that me streaming has to do with me getting paid, because that's why I have a full-time job besides this, but like, there are people, like, every time I try to have that conversation, I kind of get the vibe that people are like, so you just sit at home and have the camera on your face and you get paid to do that? Like, what? And I'm like, they work just as hard, bud. They work just as hard. So, like, that's still like a very autopilot status quo thing, where a job means leaving your house to go to work to most people. Surprisingly enough, there's still a good amount of people that don't believe that you can make money sitting at home. Like, to them, that's like, you're living in a fairy tale if you're gonna do that. Do I agree with it? No. People that live stream and make money at home work just as hard, if not harder, because they're not going somewhere else to go to work to get paid. People that make a living based on their small businesses literally, like, work twice as hard, because they have to get their name out, and, like, it's a small business, so So yeah, I get the whole like not living on the status quo and like fuck that. Altruistic. I said that word right. Didn't think I would. People with this personality type aren't happy to succeed at another person's expense. Advocates want to use their strengths for the greater good, and they rarely lose sight of how their words and actions might affect others. In their heart of hearts. What is this? Kingdom Hearts? I've never heard that term outside of Kingdom Hearts. What are you trying to tell me? In their heart of hearts, they want to make the world a better place, starting with the people around them. Okay. Again, you smart. Advocate weaknesses. Here we go. Sensitive to criticism. I read ahead, sorry. Advocates aren't adverse to feedback. That is, unless they believe that someone is challenging their most cherished principles or values. That I agree with. I'm okay to open criticism and constructive criticism, even better. But when it comes to my morals and my principles and values, and you're criticizing that, I'm like, hold the phone. What are you doing? When it comes to the issues that are near and dear to them, people with this personality type can get defensive or dismissive. Yeah, I agree. That is, yep. Reluctant to open up. Why am I being called out right now? Oh yeah, because it's a personality test. Duh. Advocates value honesty and authenticity, but they're also private. They may find it difficult to open up and be vulnerable about their struggles, not wanting to burden someone else with their issues. Unfortunately, when advocates don't ask for help, they may inadvertently hold themselves back or create distance in their relationships. Shit! Fuck. I'm being hella called out right now. Perfectionistic. I don't know how I feel about that, bud. The advocate personality type is all but defined by idealism. While this is a wonderful quality in many ways, it doesn't always leave room for the messiness of real life. Advocates might find it difficult to appreciate their jobs, living situations, or relationships if they're continually fixating on the imperfections and wondering whether they should be looking for something better. I'm being called out on my own fucking house, bro. What the fuck? I'm being watched. The VPN didn't do shit. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was like, perfectionistic? I don't know if I wouldn't say I'm perfectionist. And then they worded it differently and I'm like, that is kind of what I'm doing, isn't it? God dang it. Shit. Is it getting toasty in here or is it just me getting called out? I think it's both. Avoiding the ordinary. Oh boy. I'm curious to know what they're gonna say about romantic relationships. I'm probably gonna get really I'm probably gonna get really red in the face because I'm gonna feel like it's accurate. I'm scared. But fuck it, we're already here. Okay, I didn't fuck it up. Avoiding the ordinary. Advocates yearn to do extraordinary things with their lives, but it's hard to achieve anything extraordinary without breaking it down into small, manageable steps. Unless they translate their dreams into everyday routines and to-do lists, advocates may struggle to turn their grand visions into reality. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. That's very true. Prone to burnout. Without me even reading this paragraph, yes, 100% agree. Advocates' perfectionism and reserve leave them with a few options for letting off steam. People with this personality type can exhaust themselves if they don't balance their drive to help others with necessary self-care and rest. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. Alright, let's move right on to romantic relationships, shall we? Alright. Love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. It's a quote. I was reading a quote. It's very vague. Okay. Advocates look for, or INFJs look for depth and meaning in their relationships, and their romantic relationships are no different. This is a personality type known for having a vibrant, vivid imagination, but few advocates can imagine themselves settling for a match founded on anything less than true love. It can take time for advocates to find a compatible partner. Some people might think that advocates are too choosy, and it's true that these personalities can be prone to unrealistic expectations with their perfectionistic, idealistic nature. Advocates might be tempted to hold out for the perfect partner or a relationship that ultimately doesn't exist. The good news? Advocates' idealism, if balanced with enough realism, can actually enhance their love life. Okay, I'll read more. Here we go. Is this for real? Is this for real? You for real? Sorry, that was too funny to me. Advocates tend to be attuned to their core values, keenly aware of what matters to them on a soul level. This helps them look beyond surface level attraction and understand whether they're compatible with someone on a deeper, more meaningful level. These insights are essential for helping advocates avoid matches that aren't founded on authenticity or shared principles. Advocates care about integrity, and they tend to bristle when people try to change them or talk them into something that they don't believe. As a result, advocate personalities gravitate towards partners who appreciate them as they are. Okay, alright, pretty accurate, pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. As romantic partners, advocates are warm, caring, honest, and insightful, and they patiently work to uncover their loved one's innermost needs and desires. Once advocates do find a suitable relationship, they rarely take it for granted. Instead, they tend to look for ways to grow as individuals and strengthen their connection with their partner. This can help advocates' relationships reach a level of depth and sincerity of which many people can only dream. Yes, I agree. The power of love. Sorry, it's thundering here, which scares my cat, so I had to take a blanket I had to make a blanket tent for him. No, it's perfectly fine. It's supposed to thunderstorm over here eventually. Probably when I'm sleeping. But it's fine. Yeah, make that tent. Blanket tent. I wish I had a blanket tent. I want to make a pillow fort one day. One day I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a pillow fort. People with this personality type can create a depth to their relationships that can hardly be described as in conventional terms. Because of their sensitivity and insight, advocates can make their partners feel heard and understood in beautiful ways. Advocates aren't afraid to express their love, and they feel it with all of their hearts. One of the things advocates find most important is establish... Okay, as soon as I get my frames back, there we go. They find the most important... One of the things that they find most important is establishing genuine, deep connections with the people they care about. Let's see. Advocates tend to recognize that love isn't a passive emotion, but rather an opportunity to grow and learn, and they expect their partners to share this mindset. As a result, relationships with these personalities are not for the uncommitted or the shallow. Yikes. I'm not, no, that doesn't mean Brandon shallow. It's just, you know, it's funny because the word shallow is like, to me, is like a, probably because I'm this personality, I see the word shallow and I go, yikes. Advocates are intensely passionate in ways that transcend at the present moment. And what truly fulfills them is the way that a loving, meaningful relationship evolves and deepens over time. I agree. You right. In their heart of hearts, again with this Kingdom Hearts vocabulary, people with the advocate personality type crave an emotional and even spiritual connection with their partner. They cherish not just the act of being in a relationship, but also what it means to become one with another person in mind, body, and soul. Oh. Oh my. See, I was thinking it was gonna be a lot more calling out than that, and it wasn't. It wasn't like calling out in a bad way. It was calling out in a really good way, I think. I think it's pretty accurate. Friendships. Maybe I spoke too soon. I think I might have spoke too soon. Friendships. The most I can do for my friend is simply be his friend. Yeah. Advocates rarely settle... Come on, frames. Come on, you can do it. Thank you. Advocates rarely settle for shallow, superficial friendships. When it comes to social fulfillment, they aren't satisfied by casual interactions with colleagues or classmates. Advocate personalities crave authentic, meaningful friendships. Friendships that allow them to share their dreams, bare their souls, and feel understood and accepted for who they are. And if that means having just one or two confidence... confidence. Is that the word? Confidence? Oh. Rather than a wide circle of acquaintances, then so be it. I agree. While advocates may seem quiet or reserved to the world at large, they absolutely light up around their close friends. Very true. Few things bring them more pleasure or delight than talking through their passions, interests, and beliefs with a kindred spirit. People with this personality type enjoy the pleasure of their own company, but advocates still find it liberating to let their guard down and be completely and utterly themselves with a friend they know they can trust. Yes. Searching for a heart of gold. Advocates are known for having great expectations, not just for themselves, but also for their friendships. High on this list of expectations is authenticity. If advocates have to be fake or tone themselves down to gain someone's approval, then that person probably isn't the best friend for them. Okay. Very true, very true. I'm not offended. It's true. It's a good way of saying it. Perfect way of saying it, actually. And it's hard for people with this personality type to respect someone who won't be honest with them in return, let alone anyone who can't be honest with themselves. Whoa. Nice. Other people that don't have this personality are probably reading this and I'm like, nice, and they're like, dude, what the fuck? Another expectation that advocates bring to their friendships is mutual support and growth. See, there's nothing wrong with that. Having fun together is wonderful, but for these personalities, it isn't quite enough. Advocates want to surround themselves with friends who inspire them to learn and expand and improve themselves. For them, the surest way for two friends to deepen their bond is simply by helping each other move forward on their respective life missions. Nice. I didn't say next, I said nice. In friendship, advocates aren't just searching for someone to spend time with, they want to find a soulmate, someone who resonates with their passions and their convictions. This is a tall order, and advocates may feel that it's difficult to meet the sort of friends they are seeking, because their personality type is so rare. Advocates may meet relatively few people who really remind them of themselves. As a result, they may worry that they need to settle for less than fulfilling friendships, not relationships, less than fulfilling friendships, or else accept being alone. Loyalty and authenticity. Fortunately, people with this personality type are more than capable of finding the types of friends they long to meet. They might just have to devote additional energy to it. Sometimes these friends may be hiding in plain sight among acquaintances whom advocates simply don't know all that well. This personality type is known for having astute first impressions of other people. But even advocates can miss the deeper potentials of the people they encounter on a daily basis. When they give these people a chance, advocates may find that they share values and attitudes that make them compatible on a deeper level. Once they do find genuine friendships, I'm trying to read, but it's really hot. My brain's like, dude, like, why is it so hot? And then the other part of my brain's like, dude, just read. When they give these people a chance, advocates may find that they share values and attitudes that make them compatible on a deeper level. Once they do find genuine friendships, advocates make loyal, caring companions. At times, they may even be surprised by the fierceness of the loyalty and devotion they feel towards their friends. Few situations in life bring out advocates' bravery and commitment, quite like the opportunity to stand up for a friend who needs them. With their trademark warmth and enthusiasm, advocate personalities support their friends' efforts to grow and expand their lives. Ultimately, the only way to be counted among advocates' true friends is to be authentic, honest, and real. Over the years, advocates may end up with just a few true friendships rather than a wide circle of casual acquaintances. But as long as those friendships are built on a richest richness of mutual understanding, advocates wouldn't have it any other way. True. I agree. Parenthood. I'm not gonna relate to any of this because I don't have a child. Actually, I do. Look at my child. My child. Look at my child. She's sleeping. She's going back to bed. She's like, whatever, Mom. I'm going back to sleep. Okay. My instinct is to protect my children from pain, but adversity is often the thing that gives us character and backbone. As parents, advocates have a clear vision for what matters to them. Raising their children. Can I please word? Brain, please. Just read the sentences and say them out loud. Aw quietly whispers, "Hi, Revy." She went back to sleep, but she's smiling. She is smiling. Yeah, as parents, advocates have a clear vision for what matters to them. Raising their children to be independent and all-around good people. Advocate personalities take their responsibilities seriously, and if they become parents, they think deeply about how they can shape their children's lives and experiences in positive ways. Okay, maybe I can relate to this. Because that, yeah, I feel that way. And I don't even have kids yet. I mean, I have my dog, but... Wait, what? Oh, this paragraph is actually going to be relatable to me. This is kind of how I see parenthood. Parenthood isn't easy, but few advocates expect it to be. These personalities know that many of life's most worthwhile pursuits are also the most challenging, a mindset that helps advocates keep sight of joy and fulfillment amid the daily struggles of raising children. In many ways, parenting allows advocates to make wonderful use of their strengths, including creativity, compassion, and the incredible strength of devotion that they feel towards those they love. I agree with that. Be unique just like me. Oh. Uh-oh. Ah. I don't like that. Caring and loyal, advocate parents are willing to do pretty much whatever it takes to better their children's lives. But it would be a mistake to think that parents with this personality types are pushovers. In fact, advocates can be quite strict because their commitment to building their children's character in the long term is rarely outweighed. Hi! How's it going? I'm reading my personality. I did a quiz and I'm reading it. I'm an advocate. I'm doing great. Where was I at? Advocates can be quite strict because their commitment to building their children's character in the long term is rarely outweighed by momentary considerations, such as giving their child a piece of candy to help stop a tantrum. Okay. While advocates bring many gifts to raising children, it's important to note that no parent is perfect. At times, advocates may hold... So what do I usually stream? I usually stream me knitting. knitting and chatting on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mondays, I play Oxygen Not Included. And on Wednesdays, I stream The Sims. That's what I do. That's what I usually stream. Today is Tuesday, so we are knitting. We are knitting a temperature blanket. It's a blanket. Each color represents the average temperature in the day. So this, the very beginning of this blanket, is January 1st of this year. I'm currently knitting today's average temperature, which is this green. Wait, hold on. Yeah. So like right here, you can't see my hand. So like I have like a whole thingy. What day, the temperature. I'm excited for more Sims nonsense tomorrow. I am too. The color, that the thing that was holding the yarn. That's what Deep Forest is what the actual yarn color is called. And then I have a color guide down here. So because it was 66 degrees today, excuse me, an average of 66 degrees today where I live, we're using the Deep Forest, which is that dark green that you see down here. But yes. But today we did something different. I did a personality test, so that way I can actually say words instead of just being quiet and knitting. Like I always do. Okay, where was I at? I keep losing track of where I was at. At times, advocates may hold their children to unrealistic standards that don't take into account of each child's personality or stage of development. For example, they might expect their child to model the same integrity and honesty that they expect from themselves, becoming dismayed whenever their children behaves in a way that they perceive to be ungenerous or unethical. Or they might push their child to be independent and creative and unique, seeing it as a sign of weakness if their child craves external structure and guidance. Huh. Interesting. Can't relate because I don't have children. So I wouldn't know exactly how that feels, because where I feel like I'm some type of parent because I have a husky. She opened her eyes because I said husky. She's like, what? Look at her, she's being cute. She's just laying there being chilly.
Just chilling. Hi, Rebby. She's like, it's toasty in here. Hi, honey.
But yes, I am a dog mom, but I am not a human mom yet, so I can't relate to that paragraph right now. Advocate parents may unconsciously project a great deal of their own beliefs and values onto their children. Uh-oh. To a child, all of these expectations can feel contradictory and impossible to fulfill, and, depending on the child's personality and their developmental stage, these expectations might actually be impossible to fulfill. In adolescence, children might rebel by flouting these standards or by espousing beliefs that go against their advocate parent value. In this situation, advocates may feel that their children are criticizing or rejecting them, a hurtful thing to such a sensitive personality type. A job well done. Oh, that should not be right after. Advocates strive. Hello, doggy. She's like, I'm going in the kitchen. Advocates strive to make sure that their children grow up with a firm understanding of the difference between right and wrong. Parents with this personality type encourage their children to fight for a cause they believe in and to be the best that they can be, whatever age or their children might be. Brain, please. Advocates can find a great deal of fulfillment and meaning simply in helping their children learn to be true to themselves. Ultimately, advocate parents tend to realize that this isn't a sign of failure if their children turn out differently than they'd expected. Instead, they come to see this as a sign that they've successfully raised someone who has the ability to form their own ideals. Nice. I like that. Advocates' children often come to appreciate the combination of independence and integrity with which they were raised, especially as they get older. Nice. Well, that's the thing, though, too. Like, I don't want to be a strict parent. I don't want to be a pushover either. Like, I refuse to be a pushover when it comes to raising my kids. But I also don't want to be the parent that is so strict that they feel like they can't be themselves. I always want to strive for that. I always want to feel like they're their own person. Their personality might be complete opposite to me. And I need to be able to be okay with that. And I am okay with that. I don't want my kid to be exactly like me. Fuck that. Fuck that. Career paths. Oh boy. How many do we have? Oh, we're close. We're close. It's better to fail while striving for something wonderful, challenging, adventurous, and uncertain than to say, I don't want to try because I may not succeed completely. You know what? That's a good quote. Advocates long to find a career that aligns with their values and their dreams, a career that allows them to fulfill their unique mission in this world. For these personalities, a job isn't satisfying if it doesn't offer a deeper sense of purpose, no matter how good the salary is. The good news is that people with this personality type can use their creativity and determination to find work that suits their needs in just about any field. Give me 1 second, Revy. There we go. Ah. Wanna go outside? You gotta go potty? Okay. I will be right back. Come on. Wanna go outside? Come on. Come on. Go potty. I'm back. Oof. She was sleeping for like 2 hours, so it's to be expected that she wakes up and immediately needs to use the bathroom. Alright. Last row of the day. Thank you. Where was I? I was at the second paragraph. In fact, advocates have trouble deciding which job is best for them because they're able to imagine so many possibilities. They may see half a dozen wildly different paths forward, each with its own set of rewards. This can be exciting but also stress-inducing, because picking just one means letting go of so many others. Advocates may even feel a sense of loss when they go so many doors close because one was selected. Oh, when so many doors close because one was selected. The search for purpose. For advocate personalities, jobs that involve helping and connecting with people can be deeply satisfying. It's no surprise, then, that many advocates gravitate towards work as counselors, therapists, psychologists, social workers, teachers, yoga instructors. I said yogurt. Apparently. Yoga instructors and spiritual leaders. They may enjoy service industry positions that allow them to interact directly and build genuine relationships with their customers. Careers in healthcare can also be rewarding options, including occupations such as nursing, physical or occupational therapy, medicine, nutrition, and more holistic paths such as acupuncture. I don't know about that, man. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't really like working with customers. I don't really like working with other people. Like, I like socializing to an extent, to a degree, but I've done retail for 3 years. It made me not want to talk to people. Like, I like helping them, and like I like getting that I like getting the, like, excuse me, whew, getting the satisfaction that I've helped someone, but the majority of the time, they're not happy. And I can't do anything just to help them. So, like, my job now, where I don't interact with customers at all, and I help customers by packing the stuff and making sure it's good before it gets sent out. Sure, that works. And I get the approval that I did a good job from my peers, from my bosses, and that's what I need. I don't know. This one's a little meh. Maybe if I read more, it'll be a little different. Many advocates are passionate communicators. This explains why they are often drawn to careers in writing, creating many popular books, blogs, stories, video games, and screenplays. Excuse me. For people with this personality type, the opportunity to tell stories for a living can be nothing short of a dream come true. Other advocates might pursue music, photography, design, illustration, or fine art. Oh boy. Even if these artistic pursuits aren't their primary job. Oh shit, yep, there it is. Many advocates find that creative side hustles offer a much-needed outlet for their themes and ideas that occupy their imaginations. Ah! See, I was like, I don't think that's me. And then they called me out once again. What am I doing right now? I'm streaming while knitting a temperature blanket. This is my outlet for my creativity that I can't do at work. Fuck. Man, this quiz is good. Where am I at? I got so like thrown off that they were accurate. Okay. Non-profit workplaces, from museums to nature centers to food pantries, also hold a special appeal, with their focus on serving the community rather than drawing a profit. These organizations can be a natural fit for advocate personalities, but even in workplaces that are very much for profit, advocates can find ways to direct their energy and creativity toward helping others. No matter what it says on their business cards, advocates' insight can enable them to spot unusual patterns and come up with outside-of-the-box solutions, creating real change in others' lives. Sure. A sense of mission. Advocates are incredibly versatile, but some work environments may rub them the wrong way. They're right. This is specifically true to workplaces that offer little independence or agency, forcing employees to adhere to rigid, repetitive protocols without regard for their individual needs or strengths. People with this personality type may also chafe. What? Chafe? I can't word. At the criticism and pressure that comes with the cutthroat competitive work environments. Yeah. For this reason, many advocates seek out more flexible, autonomous positions, or branch off altogether to start their own businesses. They also might find it gratifying to create bridges between simply disparate professional fields. For example, by writing out psychology or by being an environmental lawyer. Such hybrid careers can offer plenty of opportunities for advocates to exercise their creativity and their love for learning. I'm standing by what I said about my job. I like my job. I like the autonomous positions. Like, I come to work, do what I need to do. It's the same shit. Not the same shit every day, but like, I do what's expected of me, and then I go home and this is my outlet. I agree with the last paragraph, and then kind of this. But like the very first one where they're like, oh, they prefer jobs where they communicate with people and try to satisfy them however they can. I'm like, yeah, I did that for 3 years thinking I would like to do that. No. Advocates tend to feel stifled unless their work allows them the freedom to act according to their conscience, their creativity, and their own common sense. And that's probably why I didn't like retail. Because I couldn't really use my common sense with it, or I couldn't use my creativity to satisfy the customer. I had to do it by company policy, which was annoying. In truth, advocate personalities can do well in any field. To be truly happy, however, they need to find work that aligns with their values and allows them some independence. That I agree with. My job offers me independence. Most of the job that I do at my job now, they leave me alone. It's not a 2-person job to do it. It's just, it may seem like it's a 2-person job, but I get it done with just me. Advocates crave opportunities to learn and grow alongside the people they are helping. When this happens, advocates may finally feel that they are fulfilling their life's mission, contributing to the well-being of humanity on a personal level. I kind of get that, because I work for a warehouse that distributes farming equipment for farmers to do their job. To do what they need to do to make a living, and also to make a living for a lot more people than just them, because they're farmers. So I get that. I agree with this. Workplace habits. Okay, we're almost done. I thought it was gonna be like a short explanation of me, but no. There's like a whole PowerPoint. Advocates have some specific needs when it comes to a satisfying work environment. For people with this personality type, the most rewarding work allows them to help others while also growing as a person. And it's It's a given that an ideal career for advocates must be in line with their individual values. Anything that gets in the way of these values, from red tape to meaningless rules, office politics, and unscrupulous workers, can seriously sap advocates' motivation. This is a personality type that thrives in environments that promote fairness and equality. Yup. Yup. Most advocates prefer not to think of themselves as above or below anyone else, no matter where they are on the job ladder. Yes! Oh man, I love that. Oh my god, there's more. Okay, I'm not reading the green parts. I'm just gonna read. Advocates value cooperation, sensitivity, and independence. As employees, they gravitate towards managers who are open-minded and willing to consider their input. Advocate personalities may become frustrated when they feel unheard, so having a manager who listens to them can make all the difference. Yes. Because advocates tend to act on their convictions and aim to do their best, their moral can be vulnerable to criticism, particularly if it's unwarranted. Other moral killers for these personalities may include strict rules, formal structures, and routine tasks. Strict rules, maybe. They might find it especially dispiriting when they're asked to redo their work, particularly if it's for a reason that just doesn't seem valid to them. Yikes. Yikes. Of course, a perfect work environment isn't always possible. Advocate employees with less than ideal managers may need to draw on their inner resilience and seek out other mentors. The good news is that people with this personality type are more than capable of handling workplace challenges, including the challenge of having a difficult manager. Bruh. Well, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but did I say that I worked at Walmart for 3 years? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'll shut up. As colleagues, advocates can be quite popular and well respected. Oh boy. People with this personality type are often seen as helpful, eloquent, even speech text doesn't understand what I just said. Eloquent? Eloquent! I said eloquent. What the fuck was I thinking? Eloquent and capable co-workers. Among their greatest strengths is their ability to identify others' motives and understand the root causes of conflict before anyone else even senses a disturbance. Nice. At times, efficiency may be less of a priority for advocates than collaborating with and helping colleagues who need a boost. While this is usually a strength, there is a risk that others will take advantage. What the fuck? Oh no. Will take advantage of advocates' desire to help. They may find themselves picking up the slack for their less dedicated co-workers at the expense of their own energy and well-being. Bruh. Although they tend to be well liked among their colleagues, advocates are still introverts. From time to time, they may need to step back from and work alone, pursuing their own goals in their own ways. This isn't a sign of resentment or ill will, but rather a signal of advocates' need to balance serving others with their own self-care. Aha. As managers, advocates may dislike wielding their power. They prefer to think of everyone as equals, no matter what a person's business card might say. Rather than micromanage their subordinates, advocates often prefer to empower them to think and act independently. They work hard to encourage others and promote an atmosphere of mutual respect. Bruh, this is why I don't want to be a manager anywhere. I refuse to be a manager. Because I don't want that title. I don't want people thinking, oh, you're just saying that because you're a manager. No! I want everyone to feel respected. I want everyone to feel like they are equal. Doesn't matter that I'm a manager. It does not matter. That's not to say that advocates have low standards, far from it. Their sense of equality means that they expect their subordinates to live up to the standards that they set for themselves. Bosses with this personality type want their employees to be rigorous. I said that right? Okay. Motivated, reliable, and unfailingly honest, and they will notice if anyone misses the mark. Advocate managers can particularly be stern if they catch someone behaving in a way that they consider unethical. These personalities have little tolerance for lapses in reliability or morality. When their employees' good intentions match their own, however, advocate bosses work tirelessly to ensure that their entire team feels valued, fulfilled, and successful. Nice. I agree with that. I've never been a manager before, but let me tell you. How much of this conclusion? Okay. I'm like, let's see. I have 3 stitches left. How much left do I need to read? Okay. What you have read so far is just an introduction to the complexities of the kind-hearted, creative, and incredibly rare advocate personality type. The green. Hold on. Transition to chatting. Look at the dark green. Oh god. Come on, work. Work with me here. It looks black. Yeah, it looks black. Oh. Yeah, we're done for today with knitting. I will finish the conclusion, don't worry. I'll finish reading the conclusion as soon as I put the blanket away and stop warming up my legs with this blanket. Get in the bag! Get in the bag. Put the blanket in the bag! Put it in! Okay. Enough of that. Okay. Oh god. Here we go. Thanks for the stream, you had fun. I'm not ending it yet. I'm reading the conclusion. Along the way, you may have muttered to yourself, wow, this is so accurate, it's a little creepy. Or finally, someone understands me. You may even ask, how do they know more about me than the people I'm closest to? It's very weird that they know what I'm thinking right now. I don't know if I should like this. If you feel understood right now, it's because you are. Thanks. That's all the validation I needed. Years of research has given us deep insights to the unique strengths and challenges of advocates like you. We understand your creativity and your passion and your commitment to doing the right thing, but we also understand the dark side of your personality type, the nagging fear that you might not reach your full potential and make the most out of your one wild and precious life. That's why we made it our mission to help advocates like you not only appreciate your gifts, but also make the most of them. Learning about your personality type is fascinating, but there's a deeper purpose to it too, because self-understanding is what helps you ensure that you don't miss out on whatever it is that you were put on this earth to do. If you're not feeling understood, fuck off. That is kind of what they're saying, isn't it? If you're not feeling like you're understood, this is not your personality type. Go redo that quiz right now. But I like the way you said it. It's a lot better. Oh, and then this is like a question to do the premium profile, which I'm not going to do. Yeah, I'm not doing that. But that was very funny. I really liked that quiz. That was nice. And it lasted the entire stream. My throat hurts from talking so much, but I mean, it's better than me just being quiet. My chin is like super red right now. Why? This whole half of my face is red. Why? But yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was nice. If you're not feeling understood, then fuck off. I didn't see the whole quiz, but it seemed good from what I saw. Yes, it's the quiz is called 16 Personalities. Is what the quiz is. I hate the fact that my chin looks like super red. Like it's just a blotch of red. Like I got punched in the face or something. Which I didn't. But I guess the camera will make me look ugly today. It's okay. It's fine. Or is it? You'll have to look into it. I would recommend that quiz, actually. I would recommend it. Let's find someone to raid. I think Fidgety Digits. What is he doing? He's crocheting today. We're gonna pause Spoofy. Goodbye, Spoofy. Been real. Oh, Lioness is doing too. Lioness is live. Fidgety Digits is live. My sister live? No. I don't think she is. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I don't think my sister is live right now. So we can... I don't think we've raided Fidgety Digits in a while. So we'll go ahead and raid Fidgety Digits. I'll let you know if it felt understood or not, or if it told me to fuck off. Yes, I would like to be updated on that. Okay, let's go ahead and read Fidgety. Oops. _ digits. Oh god, wait. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid them. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Tomorrow we'll be back, same time, 6:30 p.m. Central Time, where we will play The Sims and we will continue the stress of the stress of the Sims Alphabet Legacy Challenge. Sound good? I'm excited. If you haven't done so already, I have a Discord. See you tomorrow for The Sims. And I also have a YouTube channel where all my VODs are there. And I think there's a few videos that I have privated, but that's because I didn't change the title of them. But I'm basically caught up. I just don't have, like, this week's. I think, like, what I do is that every weekend, I'll upload the entire week's worth. Just because it gives me more time to actually process. That way I'm not rushing to export a video and then run to go to work. So yeah. But yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great night. Give Fidgety Digits all the support. I'll stick around for a few minutes and then I'll head to bed. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.